Hey guys, what's up? So, today we are going to be repotting my Sarracenia Purperea that I got from Lowe's over at my local Lowe's on September of last year, so it was a while ago, and right now it's dormant. It was in this smaller pot, so I felt like over time I might as well just repot it now because I wasn't sure what the soil was like that it was using. It was just using some plain peat moss and with some sphagnum moss on top. So today we are going to be repotting, and I'm just using about a 1-to-1 peat and perlite mixture, and then I'm going to be covering up the holes with some sphagnum moss and putting some on top. So we have my pot, and I've had everything pre-soaked so that it's nice and moist, especially the peat moss that takes a while to get wet, so I want to make sure that I had that all moistened. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fill up the bottom of the pot with some of the soil, kind of packing in a little bit, but not too much. So, what we want to do is we want to make enough room that we're going to be able to keep the roots going down. I don't want them going to the side because that could be bad for it, and so just fill up the pot all the way. Leave a little bit of space so you can put some of that sphagnum moss on top, and just make a little hole down there. Try to center it as best as we can so that it'll grow out. And I chose a taller pot because I know from others and from watching other repots that these roots will spread out, and also the plant will form clumps, and it'll spread out to the edges of the pot, and then that I'm sure will be within a couple of years. So this will be good, and then we'll repot it again so that it'll have fresh soil. Sorry. See, makes so you guys can see. So just kind of grab a soil and put it underneath it. And so right now you want to repot it when it's dormant, because if you do it while it's not, it can put it into shock. I'm making a mess here. And that will stunt the growth of your plant. So right now it's almost the end of January, and this is, I feel, a good time for me because I'm going to be bringing in this plant. I live in Kansas, and February is usually, we get the most snow and it gets pretty cold, and I know a lot of good dates for you to bring your plants in if you want to bring them in early is during Valentine's Day, so I'm going to bring them in around there, pack it down a little bit. And that way I'll be able to get the growth started, and I'll keep it inside until I know that there's not going to be any late frost, because those can kill your plants and stunt them back, and we do not want that. So I also have some of this sphagnum moss that was from the other plant, and I'm just going to lift it up like that and just place it on top. And another thing that you can do for them is, I wouldn't fertilize them unless it's a very young plant and you have a carnivorous plant friendly fertilizer, unless it will end up most likely killing your plant. And you also want to water them with distilled water. Here I'm able to use my tap water because it's below 100 pp, and that way it doesn't have the minerals in it that will kill the plants, like the calciums in them. So or even if you're going to use put rocks with your plants, you want to make sure that they don't have calcium in them or any other harmful minerals that will end up poisoning the soil and killing your plant eventually over time. So I'm lucky enough to just be able to use my tap water. But with some plants, you still want to be safe. Other ones, you might not want to do that, because either way, it might still kill them. So here we have our plant. And I could also try to trim off some of this. So I'm going to, maybe later on, this one's almost fully dead, so I want to probably cut that one off and a couple of these other ones. I want to try to leave some so that it's not completely bare. And there we have it. So thanks. Subscribe if you want.